make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The run inside. It's Brown. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Pulls and fires complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down, but, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. It's a big play that we might circle back to later.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's McAllister. There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tuggle. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to...
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. A give to Brown. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Rush is on him. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. They'll give it to Brown. Got a little grass. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Complete on third down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback keeper. That's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
So now it's second and long. Throwing Sellers. With the catch, it's Bennett. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. On target. Breaks the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They go play action with Sellers. Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Running inside, it's McAllister. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single...
Might have a chance. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, this offense has started...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. He's at the 40. The 20. So a drive there of 85 yards. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mack. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. To the air on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Gives it on the option. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up second and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to fire on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He lofts one down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, South Carolina. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Boley. That's caught. It's Anderson. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils. Their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chain. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sellers. Under fire. Quarterback gets past the marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Volunteers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Here's Sellers to throw.
That gets their record to 3.
Caught, and he's got room. Oh, he got loose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. And the Gamecocks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Rides the back and leaves it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. Makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays.
And the defense on him, and he will go down, sacked on the 2-point try. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mack. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The play action fake. Stepping to the right. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. To the air. It's Bowling. Finds his man. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the work by the quarterback selling pass. You saw the linebackers just back out of the box. As soon as he handed it off, there was nobody home, and that led to a big gain.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the...
Touchdown, Sun Devils! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, ASU.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, looking for a man on the left side.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Swings it out to his running back. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's McAllister. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game?
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The run inside. It's hard. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Motion from the wideout. Maybe some room here. Touchdown Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use it.
Takes it, Field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Could be an alley. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
When you're in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's McAllister. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Escapes the pressure going right. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another.
Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up